Hey everyone, how are you guys doing today? So today I'm going to be talking to one of my good friends. She's an artist, works at Trader Joe's, she's trying to find her passion. And today it's going to be about an hour conversation, it's going to be really good. We're just going to get to know each other even a little bit better. And guys, I'm about to put her on, so if you stay, you stay. Love you guys. Request. Let's see when she joins. All right. And also, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, because I know I am so far. And also, howdy, guys. I want to look a little country guys for you today. All right. We're just waiting for her to get on, and that's about it. It's 5:59. I said 6 o'clock, so she just wants to be just on time. So the challenge today that we're doing together is that since she is an artist and actually is quite a good artist, is that we are going to be competing who's the better artist. So I will be drawing and she will be drawing every 10 minutes of something we're going to be doing together. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey. What's up?
Today?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
All right, so the challenge today, like we discussed, is going to be drawing, of course, because you're a badass drawer, and I say I can beat you in a couple of things for sure, probably. They're just simple drawings, and we got 10 minutes to do each time. Also, but let's get started. So tell me about yourself. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself today.
Let's see. About me. My name is Rebecca. I am 23.
Okay. Hey, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You got this. You're just talking to me. You're not talking to anyone else. You got this. Okay? All right. Let's start that over. Tell them a little bit about your life, what you do on a daily basis. How about that?
Work at Trader Joe's. Full-time.
Okay, that's awesome.
Full-time. Honestly, that's the main thing I'm doing right now. I am dating someone. I got like the whole bag of
I got expo markers.
Nice. Dating someone right now. I like to go outside as much as possible.
Okay.
Currently trying to figure out what I want to do in life.
That's actually what we're going to be talking about today, actually.
Exactly.
So my first question to you and my first drawing to you, you got to do two things at once. So let's do this together. You and me, when it hits exactly 6:12, have to be done with a rose. Drawing a rose.
A rose?
A rose. Just a simple rose. Tell me what you got and see what you got. But my first question to you is, tell me about your dream career. What is something that's your dream that you would just love to have as your career? Give me some details about that.
Honestly, I haven't actually figured that out.
Okay.
Me my whole life is what I want to do. But I really like art, so I've thought about doing something with that.
Okay.
Are we supposed to start drawing right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready getting to it. So you love art and all those things, but so would you say that's your passion, your dream career? Art. Being able to be an artist and doing that full time.
I'm not sure. I haven't really ever thought of it before, just because I've always had the mindset of just working.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until recently that I started actually thinking about it and being like, oh, I can actually do something. So I'm just kind of figuring out. I have things that I like or things like that, and I'm just trying to figure that out and see what I would like to do. And yeah.
That's super awesome. Okay, so you're just trying to find that dream. That's amazing. Not everyone can figure out their dream just like that. It takes time and practice and just being able to be in the right position to do it. So that leads to my next question. How has it been trying to find your passion? And why do you think it's been so hard to find it?
It's been Let's see.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
been a little a little bit stressful, to be honest, because it's all happened so quickly that I've been able to like stuff. So a little bit stressful, but I know the reason why it's been a little more tricky and it's taken me so long is because part of it is like I was held back before,
okay.
like by my parents and stuff, and then
Absolutely.
other is like held back by myself because I'm very, very, very afraid of it. So a lot of the time I'll find something that I like, start doing it, and then I'll quit before I can mess up on it. And I think that's a big reason why I haven't really found something that I fully like because I'm scared of already failing at it.
So, would you say that's not really commitment issues or anything like that? Is that, are you scared to fail? Are you scared to be like, you get into it and then all that sacrifice you put in years, 2 years, just how much work you've seen people put in for their dreams and it just doesn't work out?
Right. Yeah. Or not being good, not actually wanting something, just failing at it, and I'm very afraid of that, honestly. So,
Why do you think that is? What made you feel like you have to be afraid to get to your dreams? Was it your parents? Was it your past? Was it your sisters? Was it your family? Or just honestly something you experienced when you were younger?
um, it was, I'd say it came from my dad. My dad quit his jobs all the time or was fired from his job because he wasn't a good worker, and he really never wanted anything or told us to go after something that we liked. So I think that's the big factor in why I'm afraid of failing because and I want that to be me, even though I know very much so that I am not my dad.
Yeah,
Um,
you're absolutely not your dad. Not at all. You're amazing. That's just one thing to it. But that leads to my next question. So that's really hard that you feel like that your family slowed you down and that's just hard enough. And then the fact that you have to compare, do you feel like you have to compete with yourself to be better than your dad?
yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Like I compete with myself, or I even compete with like the idea of myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that
The
absolutely
idea of
makes sense.
failing or uh, the idea, yeah, the idea of me not making it to what I want, you know? I think
Yeah.
that's really, I have to give myself grace. And that's also very hard when when you weren't taught to give yourself grace before. So, yeah.
Do you feel like over time, since you told me about, I would say 5 minutes ago, you said, I feel like I'm at the time where I can finally give myself grace.
hmm
Why do you feel like you can finally is the time to give yourself grace? Why is it you're like, I'm finally going to go for my dreams and try to figure out what I want?
Well, before I like right when I was able to start going and working, that was my main focus. I wasn't really good at it. I didn't really have good at it, but I knew I wanted to be better than what I've seen with
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
dad. And with that, I just wanted to excel in that and make sure I had money for my family and myself, mainly my family. Make sure that they were well off because that was always something that we struggled with was money. And so once I was able to work, did that. Um, and I've been doing that. And then it wasn't until recently that I was just like, oh, I'm working a lot. I have money and now I can actually do something. And it's like, oh, well, what do I do? I don't
Well,
really know what I want to do. And now I can start thinking about what I want to do instead of what I need to do.
that's amazing. So this is always a question I feel like I'm asked a lot into my career, or just anyone basically gets asked, is that do you think, would you have rather gone through the pain of everything you've gone through to slow you down into your dreams and finding it and being able to find it now and feel so good about it that you worked your butt off to get where you are? Wherever you are right now is because of you. Or would
Right.
you have rather just had the money at the start and be able to be a good lucky kid who can have that money and support to get up there?
Um, you know what's funny is I get asked that a lot too, actually.
Yeah.
And I would I wouldn't change what I went through, because I actually I'm starting to like who I am because of it, and like um I'm much more wise and caring and loving as a person from what I went through. Um, so no matter how long it's going to take me to find out what to do, I'd rather find out now than be privileged before.
Dude, that's super awesome. That's so you're saying you'd rather have gone through all the hardships and all those hardships made you what you are today, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So then that leads me to my next question, actually. Why do you think it's been so hard for you to drop everything and just go for your dream? Just drop everything right now. Just be like Trader Joe's, my work, everything I've gone through, and just basically just go straight for it. I'm going to go for my dream no matter what. If I don't make it, that my dream doesn't come true, I have no money, you just go for it. What has stopped you from just going for it? Has it been you? Has it been your family and yourself?
It's definitely been me. I am the one that holding me back now. Like, there's no really other excuse, I guess. It wasn't an excuse before, but it's not a valid reason anymore that my parents are holding me back because um and now it's just I gotta stop being afraid of failing and start actually trying things and actually going for things instead of being so afraid.
Yeah,
And I think that's the biggest thing is like failing and like doing the wrong thing. I've always had that fear of just doing the wrong thing in life, failing. And I think that's the main thing that's like keeping me back from actually dropping everything. Also, not knowing what I want to do.
well, I would have to say that makes you better than most people. 9 out of 10
Oh,
people in actual scientific ways and just really just advice I've gotten, 9 out of 10 people do not go for what they want or ever even figure out what they want to do or they try to go for what they want to do. So you just saying, I'm going to actually try now, you're further than 90% of the people ever.
thank you for that.
Yeah, you deserve it. You got through it. Last time we talked about it, you had no idea. And now you have a better idea of it. And you got to pat yourself on the back on that. That's super awesome. And also, it's 6:12. I want to see your rose.
Oh, hold on. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see yours.
All right, this is mine.
Oh, that's so pretty. That looks like so cool, actually. It looks like one of those like tattoos.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, what's yours? Let me see yours.
Mine.
That's awesome. Yours is actually a rose. It's so cool to see different kind of mindsets with art.
It is.
That's always what I loved about you. I got to see your personality through your art.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so my next question to you and also our next art. So 6:12 again. 6:22 is when we get a sunset. We gotta draw a sunset.
Okay.
Okay, and our next question that we have to do is that do you feel like your family past slows you down for your drive towards your passion?
Um,
Not your future, not any of that. Your passion. Do you think your family slowed you down for your passion? Not your future, your passion.
um, yeah, a little bit. Just, I don't think it's like the main factor, but
Yeah.
I think I let it be a big factor. But yeah, um, yeah, it was really hard with my family, because I wasn't really taught or told hey, you can actually go after this, or you can do anything you want. It was more like um, I was meant to become a wife, and that was. And
Yeah.
so after getting out of that, I didn't really know what to do. It worked so I could have money. That's all.
Yeah, that's also a really big scenario that I was so shocked to when I got Walk in Your Family and figured that out. Being told that you have to be a wife, especially in 2021, 2020 culture. That's like the biggest hit in the face for any woman in this world. You
Yeah.
would get hit in the face by any person in this world right now.
Yeah.
And that's so astonishing that you were able to get out of that. And I just can't believe you were told that. And then you had to deal with that for the next 12 years of your life.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah. So I feel like, let's say, for example, I played football for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
It took me, and I stopped. And it took me a long time to get out of that habit of throwing a football every day, tackling people, being aggressive, all those things. So
Yeah.
I would feel like even though it's such a thing that's not common now these days, people expect you to be a wife at such a young age, and that's all you need to do. How long did it take you to get out of that habit, to expecting yourself to have to be that person?
That's a good question. I didn't really think about that. It was a long time. Honestly, not until maybe I was like 20, or
Wow.
I just felt like my calling was to be in a relationship and to be not just in a relationship, but to be married and to be a mom or whatever, you know? And I thought that was what I wanted, but it wasn't. It was just what I thought I was made for. And then it wasn't until I honestly just started thinking for myself, like outside of relationships, outside of family, and started being who I was outside of my family and outside of the religion, was when I fully was able to see that I was made for more. And
Yeah.
I kind of have always had this feeling about my family, is that we were made for great things. Like, I've had this feeling inside me that was like, it was a for sure feeling that we were all meant for great things. And I remember feeling that, and I didn't feel it for myself, but I felt it for like my whole family. And then one day I was just like, well, maybe that's for me too. Maybe I'm meant for more than just
To be a wife.
being. Yeah, exactly.
That's really awesome. That's just crazy. Before I met your family, I have never even heard of that before.
Really?
Never even heard of that. I didn't even think that was a thing. When I was told that, I was like, but it's like 2020. I didn't even think that existed anymore. I didn't even know that was a thing. It was just never was part of my family. When I grew up in my family, it was all about, you can date as many girls as you want, as long as till you actually say, I'm going to date a girl. You can go whatever, go have some fun, do what you got to do. So that leads me into my next question is that, and also you're so good at art. You are obviously good at art, even though you might not be good at the timing because I'm beating you, obviously. So have you ever thought about going to college for that, since it's such a big thing?
I have thought about it. I think I'm very scared.
You're very scared? Why are you so scared of college?
Of everything. And one thing is going back to school. I'm very afraid of going back to school because I wasn't good at school when I was young, and I cheated a lot because I didn't know things, and I wasn't taught very well. So I think I just have negative memories attached to that, and which really sucks because if I didn't, then I feel like I'd be more willing to go to school.
Yeah. Do you feel like school, since you were talking about it's so hard for you to commit to something you really want to do, and it's just hard to really pass that. Do you think it's hard for you to actually do things that are exponentially harder? Are you afraid to do things that you might be harder at? That might, like, school for me is hard. Like with my dyslexia, with my OCD, ADHD, all those things just make it 20 times harder. I'm not just using me for example. Do you feel like, and I'm scared too. I'm scared to walk into school every single day, take a test, and be like, I'm going to have to pass this somehow.
Right.
Are you scared that it's because it's hard and that is the reason why you're not going to do it?
Yeah, I'm afraid of it being too hard for me and failing. It's kind of a pattern. I'm very afraid of failing. So. But
what do you think would help you to stop being afraid of failing?
Just trying things. And that's what I need to start doing, is just trying. I know, like, when I actually just try something, even if I fail at it, I feel a lot better after I just try and see what happens, you know, instead of being afraid.
You know, that's why also my next question to that. You have tons of sisters. Miriam as a singer, Shoshana trying to become a psychologist, you being passionate about art, your other sister being in Disney, I forget what it's called, to somewhere in Disney. And they have all gone through things, and they have absolutely all failed. Do you think seeing your sisters fail and you being a little bit younger and acknowledging that and seeing like, wow, that sucks, and seeing the pain they've gone through also made it harder for you?
No.
Not at all?
They are my inspiration. They inspire me every day to try things, to try and do things that I will fail at, because they fail and they're still going after it. It's honestly, it's really just me. It's me holding myself back, and I'm okay to say it.
All right, you ready?
Oh, shoot.
For a picture? 6:22, you ready? Sunset, baby. Whoa, so interesting.
Face. I like that.
Thank you. All right, so our next drawing is a cat.
Okay.
Is a cat. But also at the same time, you keep saying it's you.
Yes.
That you're the one that's holding yourself back. That's something you're repeating over and over again. That's something you acknowledge. That's something you know. That's something you're not scared to say. So what is that? What did you practice to be able to tell? Because I was scared to say I was ashamed of myself. I was scared to say I was a liar. I was scared to tell everyone that. Yeah. It's not easy to even say to yourself right now that I'm scared to fail. So what did you have? So what were there techniques that told you to be able to get to that point to tell people? Did you do things every day? Did you write something down? Did you draw? What is that? What helped you get to that point?
Of being like honest about myself?
Yes.
A good question. I think it was a lot of I think it had to start with me being honest with myself. Here, I'm gonna cut this good more. And it was me kind of what is it? Being honest with myself about where I was, and then being honest with myself.
This is a hard question. If you can't answer it,
I have to think about this. I really dislike dishonesty. Like, I was lied to a lot in my past, and over it. I'm over dishonesty and fake people, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And part of not liking that, you can't be a hypocrite about it. So, I have to start being honest with myself. Sorry, I'm moving everything. I don't have a setup like you. Okay, we're gonna. I think has a lot to do with it is being, I wanted people to be honest with me, so I decided I wanted to be honest with them first. And with that, being honest with myself is being honest about where I am and saying, like, I don't know what I want to do, and I don't really know what the next step is. And yeah, and I found, the only way for you to get somewhere or to have someone help you is you tell them what you need or where you're at.
Was it hard for you to do that, to ask for help?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. It used to be really hard. It's gotten a lot easier because I need help. But, hold on one second.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So, it was hard, but it's gotten a lot easier because I like helping people, and I can't be a hypocrite about that. I can't help people and not let them help me. So.
Okay. So would you say a career path that you kind of can think of, I've noticed it myself, is to be an art teacher?
Oh.
Just an art teacher. You're very kind. You're just like, you're all over the place all the time, always thinking of different things. And that's what a teacher is. You got to be able to think of new assignments every single day to keep kids interested. You're so kind. True. You love to take care of people. What is culinary class? All those things. This represents to my eyes you. What have you thought about those as career?
I have thought about that. I think it would be really cool to teach. I think maybe someday that'd be really awesome. Yeah. I think I'd like to do something on my own first.
Absolutely.
And be taught myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
and kind of, I guess this kind of sounds a little selfish, but like not have the responsibility of taking care of other kids yet. And just focusing on what I need first, or what I would like to do first.
You wouldn't believe how many people I've talked to and how many people struggle with the fact to be able to say, me first.
That's true. A lot of people.
You know how cool is it for you just to say, and it's not selfish to put yourself first. And it's not selfish at all, because you're the person, if you want to help people, at least you're getting yourself to a place where you can feel like you can help people and you're better for yourself. So now you're better to help those kids that you want to teach.
Right. Exactly.
And that's not something that a lot of people can do.
True. It's also taken me a long time to be able to say that, to be like, me first.
Because you had to take care of people for so long.
Yeah. Definitely.
Since your family past was so challenging, do you feel like it was harder to connect with your sisters, or was it easier?
At first it was hard, definitely. It was a learning process. I think we all had to become our own people before we really connected.
Yeah.
We kind of became our own family inside of the family, the four of us. And which was really, really amazing, and I'm so thankful for all of them. And when that happened, I think that really helped me to be closer to them and to take myself away from our parents and everything like that. And then eventually, we all became really, really close. And I think it was hard. For me, it was hard. It's hard for me to let people in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think, it was definitely hard, but absolutely worth it. All that growing up, definitely worth it.
It's worth it.
But yeah, it was tough at first, but it's definitely worth it.
All right, so I have a next question for you, but we have a minute left with our drawing as a cat. I will show you mine.
Wait, we're done yet? Hold on, what?
We're done. We got 2 minutes left. I mean, we have 2 minutes left if you like to take the 2 minutes. But here's my cat if you want to look up.
Oh, it's so cute. Hold on, dang it. I gotta color it.
It says I hate dogs.
Do you hate dogs?
No, I love dogs.
No.
No, my cat hates dogs.
Okay. Let's go color it. Color. Okay.
All right, show me up. Let's see what it is.
Did my cat.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And you were moving around and doing everything. And you're talking so much to me. That's so much impressive. All right, our next drawing is you have to draw a heart. I know it's easy. Make it fabulous. Make it fabulous.
Make it fabulous. All right.
So since I kind of timed this just perfectly, as you'll see, since you have to draw a heart, my next question is, what can you tell me about love?
It's freaking hard, dude.
Give me some more. It's freaking hard. Why is it hard?
Let's see. How do I put this?
Tell me.
Love is worth it. Love is always worth it as long as it's what you need and what you want.
Yeah.
What kind of love are we talking about? Are we talking about like friend love, like just love in general, or like
just love in general? Why? What can you tell me about love? You can whatever. So when it popped in your mind, it was your relationship.
Yes.
So that's what I was testing. I wanted to see what love was to you in your first pop of your mind. So your relationship.
Who's like? Oh, sorry.
So let's talk about your relationship then.
Okay.
Why? So a lot of people have troubles. It's hard. It's not easy being able to connect with someone, to be able to be with them for a year, to be able to just deal with their bad side, to be able to deal with the good side and seeing more of them, getting out of the honeymoon phase. You start to get lazy. You start to get hard. You start to argue more. How do you stick with it? Because you've been in a relationship for a year now. That's a long time. I don't know a lot of people that have been in a relationship for a year. How did you get to a year? Was it hard? Was it something, it took everything you had? Was it commitment? What was that mostly that made you stick in that relationship for that year?
I guess the way to put it is like, it wasn't hard to keep going. It was, at least with the person that you want to be with, it won't be hard to keep going. I think, you're going to hit hard times in your relationship and tough subjects and things that you disagree on and just things that you didn't think that you'd have to face, But if it's worth it to you, then it won't be hard to keep going. And I realize
feel like a lot of people give up when it's hard in your experience?
I think so. I mean, it depends, because if it isn't a good relationship and that's why it's hard, then absolutely leave. But if it's something that you can work through and you both can grow through, then that's when it's worth it, And if you know that you want to be with that person, that's when it's worth it as well.
Do you think love blinds you?
I think it can if you let it. It depends on where you are in life. If I realize that, like, to be in a healthy relationship, you have to be healthy on your own. You can't base your good times and base your happiness in a relationship. Even if you're not in one, I find that a lot of people will be waiting for a relationship to be happy or to be okay with themselves, whatever it is. But that's not the case. That's when unhealthiness in a relationship happens, is when you're not okay with being on your own. And I think that's really helped me, is being okay with being on my own. And that took a while because, again, you know, like how I was saying before, I always thought that I was supposed to be married, and that was it. And so I based my worth in relationships. And then whenever I actually remember the point that I realized that I was actually okay and I didn't need a relationship and I didn't need anyone to make me feel valid, then I was okay, and I didn't think about relationships. I didn't even think about, like, who I was going to date. Like, I just lived my life as me and as by myself, and that really, really helped. Sorry, what was your question? I, like, went on a rant.
Oh, man, you're drawing. I can just tell you. You're just drawing. You're in the moment. I'll give you another question. How about that?
Okay.
Why do you feel like it's better to go after a relationship, go on dates every single night, try to go out to meet people, or do you think it's better for them to come to you, let the God of path just be like, he's gonna bring it to you?
I think it just depends for each person.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't want to say it and then someone feel terrible about going on dates, you know? Because dating people is not bad. Going out on dates is not bad. Meeting new people, it's not bad. Relationships aren't bad, you know? I think for myself, I wouldn't be able to do that. But if you want to do that, if that's something you want to do, then go and do it. Go and have fun. Go meet new people. See if you want to be with them. As long as this isn't what you think was what you're meant to do, is be in a relationship. Because you're not made to be in a relationship. You're made to be you. And a relationship will come along if you're okay with being you.
All right. So my next question to that is, what is your next path deciding to move? Like, you told me that you're with Sho, your roommate, your sister. We all love her to death. She's going to be moving in about 6 to 8 months. And she's going to Seattle. I heard that. So where are you going to be moving? What's your next objective?
You know, I'm actually figuring that out right now. Because I would love to live with Sho still. I love being her roommate. She's amazing. She's one of my best friends. So it's really, I love, love, love living with her. But also, I'm in a really good relationship. Mm-hmm. And I really love my boyfriend. And we already live like an hour away from each other, which isn't like really long distance, but it's also
hard.
When you're both working a lot, it's hard. And so I would love to go move with her, but also I'd really love to live closer to my boyfriend. So I'm kind of...
That's tough. Wow.
Yeah.
I really hope the best for you on that one. I hope someone guides you through that, or you get some best advice you need for that situation.
Thank you. I think the main thing is I want to be somewhere else than where I am right now. I've lived in this area for too long. Yeah. I need a new place to be in. I need new surroundings, new people to be around. Just a new place. The area I'm in is it's a bubble. There's not a lot of diversity in, like, not just people, but like the characteristics of people.
Yeah, absolutely. So my next question to that is, if you do decide to move, either with Chris, either with Sho, or just by yourself overall,
mm-hmm.
Do you think you're going to decide to start your passion in your career once you move?
Yes. I'm hoping to find it before I move. I think that'd be cool. But if not, it'll be okay. I can find it whenever I move. I'm hoping to find it before so that I can start and I can begin to work on whatever I'm going to do, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think you finding your career, that job, that passion that you want will help you decide where you want to move?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you
Depending on
decided
what
to?
it is.
I know it's a scary thought for you, but have you decided to go to any popular art schools or applying to an art school and taking a chance?
I haven't.
You haven't.
Honestly, school is kind of like the back burner for
The
me because
back burner. I'll stop talking about it then.
I would love to do like internships. I think that'd be really cool.
That would be amazing. Do you know how to get into internships? That's very interesting. How does that even start with art?
I think you find the place that you want to intern at, and then you have to do a lot of emailing and some what is it called? Interviews. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And then I think they get back to you on what if you can be an intern or not.
Well, I believe in you. I've seen your art. I've seen what you can do. I honestly believe in you, and I feel like you can make it.
Thank you.
I know you got to drive. That's what I see. I see someone who's willing, who found his passion, is willing to find a drive. And what makes you cool than most people, that even better than me at anything I've done, is that you're being patient with it. You're actually trying to think it through. When I started doing all this stuff, I never thought through. I was like a rabbit just running 100,000 miles per hour. You're being
That's
that
okay
quick.
though.
I know it's okay, but at the same time, it's more mature to think through things before you start to rabbit through 100,000 miles per hour.
Maybe both. A little bit of both.
A little
have
bit of
that
both?
energy to keep going, and then have the patience, I guess.
So, it's our last minute. I'm done with my art. Are you done with your art?
It looks so bad.
Okay, well, mine looks perfect. That's all I gotta say. You ready?
Okay. It's so cute.
Thank you.
Mine looks like an. What is that? It looks like the coronavirus. But different. I was trying to do like an actual heart, and I don't even know what it looks like.
Okay. Our next question and our next art. You have to draw a tree. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the question next is you're trying to grow into yourself. And that's why you need roots for a tree. What is your favorite thing to do in this whole world? It's a hard question, but what is your favorite thing? Something that your boyfriend, your family, your loved ones, just to go out and draw. What is your favorite thing in this whole world that you love to do? Yeah, that's a hard question.
I really like listening to music.
Why is
I think that it's always been a getaway for me.
Okay.
It's been my peace, is listening to music or going outside. Like just something that has to do with like the senses, like listening or smelling or hearing and or feeling. Like I love being outside, listening to nature, and that's kind of like my music that I listen to is nature. And
so your favorite thing is to do is just to be able to take a deep breath and just be able to look at the nature, just the view of everything.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing to do is to just be still and to be at peace. It's like whatever I can to be at peace in my mind.
So a theory that I've heard and have read about is that usually people's favorite thing to do in this world is there's some kind of form of meditation.
Yeah.
Would you say that is your kind of meditation? And do you agree that a lot of people's favorite things is their meditations to what they do?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's definitely been a way of meditation for me is when I find like my peace or when I'm at peace. Yeah. Like what's your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing to do. My favorite thing to do that just pops in my head is to literally sit down with my friends. I don't care who it is. I don't care where I am. Just to sit down with my friends and just be able to enjoy a stupid conversation and to laugh and smile. That is my favorite thing to do.
I love
no matter what. That is my all-time favorite thing. I'll ditch anything for it. It's not modeling. It's not any of that. My favorite thing is just to be happy with my friends, sitting down and enjoying myself.
I love that. That's very sweet.
To me, that is my meditation, to be like, take a deep breath and say, Even though your day was bad, at least you got people around you because not a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Definitely, that's definitely something that is one of my favorite things to do, is to be with people, is to, I guess, be at my happy place with them.
Yeah.
Especially my family. They are like part of my happy place and my peace, and which is really cool. And I'm very thankful that they're that part of my life. Yeah, that's a good point. It's just, yeah, being with people, being with the people that you love, and being able to just not worry.
Yeah.
Is beautiful.
Okay, so my next question to that is, what is something that you've always gone through? So you've gone through hard times. You went through all the hard times with your family, your friends, your loved ones, your career, yourself. What got you through those hard times? What was that thing? Was it being able to take a deep breath and say, I got this? Was it your dedication? Was it your motivation? What was that got you through those whole times? Maybe your boyfriend.
Those hard times. That's a good question. I would say, like, I mean, I believe in God, and I believe that He really helped me through a lot of things. But also, it's not just God that gets you through things, because you have to make the decision to move on and to help yourself get better. And so I'd say a lot of it was myself, pushing myself to be better, pushing myself to keep going. It was really, really hard to do that, but I have to, you have to give yourself credit for helping yourself. And I think the motivation of being there for my family.
It's really beautiful. So, do you feel like what your strongest suit is your will then? To keep moving? It's not drive. It's not you being confident in yourself. Do you just feel like your strongest is your will?
I think my strongest is... Oh, that's a good question. These are good questions, Spencer.
Thank you.
I think... Huh.
Also, I have one art question.
Huh?
I have one art question.
Yes.
I don't have brown, and I have yellow.
Choose whatever color.
Okay.
Whatever color.
Okay, back
Trees
to
can
your
be
question,
any
though.
color.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No, that's okay. Trees can be any color. Do whatever color you want. Oh, I would love to say it was my will, but maybe it was. But I know it was kind of my loyalty and love for my family.
Okay.
That got me through a lot. So maybe, yeah, my will to stay there for them or be there for them got me through it.
So you're always telling me that you're taking care of your family. You put yourself through so much of that. Who do you feel like you took care of the most? That you were always there for? I know, like with my brother, I took care of him. He was my main love. Anyone, it was him. If I was going to help anyone, I was there for him. Who were you mainly there for? Who you feel like who needed the most help and the most guidance that you gave?
I don't know. I think that's kind of hard because I don't know. That's a real good question. I think it was, it's kind of, I don't want to say like I felt like they needed my guidance or whatever. I just wanted to
make sure you're always there for them no matter what.
Yeah. And I think the main two were my younger brother and younger sister. I always felt called to help them and keep them living well. And I taught my younger brother school for a long time. And that gave me a lot of patience. That taught me a lot of patience. Taught me a lot about taking care of someone or of a kid, you know. And then Zara, my younger sister, I always felt a very strong drive to take care of her as well, to be there for her. Even if it was just in little ways. I didn't do like big gestures or anything, but just trying to support her or just be there for her.
You know, I wouldn't say, you just said that you just didn't feel like you did enough a little bit, that you were just always there for her. You did enough. The littlest things count. You did enough.
Thank you.
I know Zara personally. I know Isaac personally. I hear Isaac talk about you all the time, and I've heard Zara say good things about you. You have definitely done enough. And also, my next question to you is that, did you know I owe you a huge, big thank you?
For what?
You want to know? I got 2 things for you.
Yes.
You gave me Miriam.
Uh-huh.
You were mature enough, guidance enough for your sisters by always helping them out. That just shows you that you're always helping your sisters out. That you told her to take a chance when something he wasn't good enough. You told her to take a chance on me. And that is what I owe a big thank you for.
You're welcome. I forgot about that.
And the second thing I owe you a big thank you for is that you taught me art. Seriously. Not these kind of things, not this. I always saw you draw art. You didn't do anything. You didn't say anything. You showed me through your art. You showed me that you can show feelings through art. And you made me look at my modeling pictures a little bit different. You made me say, it's time for me to show expression and take it to the next level so when people see something, they know what it is. You showed me that art can show expression, and I thank you for that.
Wow. Thank you, Spencer.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
So
okay, it's time. Where's your tree?
Hold on. I just gotta add some leaves.
All right, ready?
It looks really bad. Oh shit! This is a
every
really.
time. It's better than mine. All right, this is fine. Oh, I feel like you win.
What is this?
What's
That
me?
one looks good. This looks like weird.
How about we just tie?
Okay, it's tied.
Okay. So we have the last 9 minutes. Let's draw a sunflower.
Okay.
Because sunflowers represents happiness, and that is actually what our next question is.
Okay.
You never gave up. You didn't. What advice would you give to my audience how to never give up? You never gave up. I know the things you've gone through more personally. You said some things tonight. Why did you never give up?
So far, I never gave up because I didn't want my siblings to give up. I think that was my main thing that drove me. I think I've always been driven by what's that word? I've always been driven by my family, by thinking about my family, my sisters and my brothers, by showing them or just being there for them. For a long time, I felt like that was also my calling, was to just be there for them and do whatever I could to help them or to just be kind or whatever. But honestly, I am still figuring out how to keep going, if that makes sense. I'm gonna need a little more help.
Well, I know why you should keep going.
Why?
There's one simple question. It's not about your feelings. It's not about other people. It's not about how great you are.
What is it?
Don't you want to see what you can accomplish?
Yeah.
Don't you want to just wake up in the morning and just be like, you know, I have to keep going to know what I can literally accomplish for myself. See who I am as a person to be greater. Like when I'm a model, but I also want to be a life coach. I figured that out by just doing it. Yeah. It's not about the fact of doing anything. It's really just about the fact of seeing what you can do. That's why you should keep going. That's a simple question. You keep going to know you can draw that next art piece and be like, wow, that I can't believe I just drew. You keep going to say, hey, what if I do go to college and I just passed the semester and I couldn't? That's why you keep going, because you never know what you can do.
That's true.
You're better than what you're saying. That is why you keep going. Because I see you becoming so much better than you are today. And that is why you go. And that is why you keep going. And that is why you keep saying you're great. And that is why you wake up in the morning and say, I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to keep striving to find my passion. That is what makes you great, and that is what makes everyone around us know that you're going to be better for yourself.
It's a good way of putting it. Thank you, Spencer.
Yeah, absolutely. My last question for this trip.
Yes.
We talked about never giving up, but my leading question to the sunflower is, what makes you fucking happy? It can be something little. It can be something big. What just overall makes you happy?
What makes me happy? Dancing. Dancing makes me very happy.
Wow, I actually did not think that would be the answer. Why does dancing make you happy? It's fun. I love dancing with you guys. You guys are fun.
Oh my gosh, I love dancing with you too. It's so fun.
But why dancing?
It's another way of like expressing myself, expressing my feelings without having to say something, without having to explain myself, and just let myself go and let myself do whatever I want. And it feels very freeing to just dance and be able to move to music, which I think is like one of the coolest things, is that we can make moves and put it to music. I think it's so cool.
You're such an artist. You think like an artist. You talk like an artist. You move like an artist. You're so creative, man. You're such on that left side of the head. I'm such on the right side of the head. I'm so typical on every single thing. Boom, 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 boom. You're like...
Wait, what about, I want to ask you too, what makes you happy?
Not knowing what my future is.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It makes me excited.
That's really cool. That's a really, really cool thing to be able to be excited about that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. I leave these last few minutes on advertisement.
Okay.
What are you I don't know if you're not even doing any advertisement. What is that you're just wanting to work on, and what are you going to tell my audience that you're going to do so if you ever come back on, you can say you did it? Make a goals list right here, right now. Let's do it.
I'm gonna paint a lot. I'm gonna try to paint a lot.
That's one. What else? Excited to see you when I come back to Houston. Show me that sunflower of happiness.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. I have to do the middle real fast. I have to... Where is it? I found it. We're good.
Okay. Finish it up, and I'll show you my beauty.
Okay. Oh, my markers aren't working. Okay, well, let me see. I love it. That's
Oh,
mine.
I love yours.
Look so
too.
bad.
All right, Becca. Thank you for being on Everyone Show. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for telling a story, and thank you for inspiration to me and to my audience. I love you, and I'll catch you later.
Love you, Spencer. Thank you for talking.
Bye.